All right, we should be live now. Seth's. All right, we are live. Nobody can see me this time. So we are going to do this for about an hour. I think we've got somebody lined up after this. Madison schedule. Yeah, okay. So we got Brad Hudson coming up after this one. But anyways, welcome back, guys. We had a little bit of technical difficulty with Cyrus, so we're going to try to reschedule Cyrus for another time. I'm just kind of moving some logos around, but we had a handful of artists who graciously offered their time and their talents for the next hour, or about 45 minutes or so now, and they're going to kind of show us what they do and give us some insight as to how they go about doing these cards for us. And at the end of it, so go ahead and, if you guys are here, make sure that you comment, and I'll keep track of names. So definitely comment, don't just watch. Comment below, and then I'll pull all the names, and all these cards that they're doing are going to be given away. I'll probably have to do it in like a couple hours, but I'm going to grab all the names live. So you've got to be here live. If you're watching it later, I hope you have fun checking it out, but you're not going to be able to win because I'm only grabbing these names now. So up in the top left corner, we've got Candice Dailey, who's actually going to be joining me in a couple hours for her spotlight. Mike Doherty was on earlier on one of the panels, and I'm not sure he is signed up for a spotlight time at the moment. Seth Groves was just on with us recently. He's down in the bottom middle. Bottom left is Madison Emerick, who was also on the panel this morning. And I am labeling real quick Jonathan Beistlin. Whoops. I typed on the wrong thing. Who was actually on with me for one of the breaks, one of the group breaks not too long ago. So I'm just kind of doing a little movement here on the names. So hopefully you guys can see that stuff okay. Looks like Candice, looks like you're drawing a Yoda.
I am, and I'm not doing cards, obviously. This is much larger, but I just thought I would just get ink and a brush and just see if anything that doesn't suck comes out. So.
Well, I can already tell from what you're doing that it is way better than anything I can do. So you are off to a great start. Mike, what are you working on over there?
I'm working on a little Razor Crest.
From the Mandalorian.
From the Mandalorian.
Nice. It looks like you got a little bit of a head start.
I did. I like to do things in batches. So I actually have a bunch of cards that are kind of started, half started, in process. Perfect. So those are things I'm going to work on during this time.
Okay, awesome. And then, yeah, sorry guys, you're stuck hearing my voice again. I was thinking about trying to get some music on, and I still might try to find something to kind of play in the background, but I don't know how well you'll be able to hear it. So hopefully these artists kind of just have a casual conversation with each other once I get through some of the intros here. We got Madison Emerick down in the bottom left working on a Darth Maul. What do you, is that just a colored pencil, or what is that you're using right now?
These are Copic markers. So I'll be using Copics for a majority, but I'll switch to colored pencils maybe halfway through, depends how far I get.
again, we got Seth Groves down the middle. I think I might have mentioned him, but it looks like you're working on, is that a Boba Fett?
Yeah, it's a profile of a Boba Fett here.
Kevin West said there's a lot of crazy people on the screen here. So, let's see, who else we got? Jonathan Beistlin. It looks like, is that the start of a Sebulba?
Sebulba always wins.
Jonathan, can you hear me?
I can, Tyler. I was muted. Yes, it's a Sebulba.
Okay, nice. Man, you guys move quick. I'll tell you from I enjoy talking to you guys on the breaks and talking to you just on Messenger and stuff like that, just because I find what you do so fascinating. And the fact that you guys are doing this as fast as you are doing it is incredible. I mean, I'd still be trying to get the top of Yoda's head in a semicircle if I were trying to do this. John wants to know who he's got to push out of the way to get to Candice's Yoda. You got to get lucky, Jot.
It sounds like you just have to comment and watch.
But yeah, again, anybody just joining, anybody hopping in, make sure you're commenting below. If you were here live, then you'll get a chance to win one of these cards from these artists. They've all graciously volunteered to give their time over the next 45 minutes and their talents to bring these to you guys. Just trying to keep up on the names and the comments. Yeah, George says it almost looks like you're doing a time lapse. Pretty, just all of you guys. It's crazy to see how quickly you're working.
I feel like that's one thing that everybody in the group kind of has to be good at doing the cards, is just quickly making decisions and getting stuff down on paper.
For sure.
Agreed.
Yeah, if you're not decisive, man, it's going to take you a really long time to finish the set.
Sorry, Jaja. One comment, one chance, or multiple comments, one chance. I see the name come up once, and you're only entered one time, but there's five great cards going to be going up here soon, or more, depending on how quickly they finish. So let's see. Yeah. So how long? I guess I'll kind of read off your names. I'm going to go in order on the way I see you guys on screen. But how long does it typically take you guys to do your pack inserts? We'll start with Candice.
My goal is to spend 45 minutes on each card just to be economical, but I probably spend about an hour and a half on each card. Sometimes, if it goes real smooth, like aliens, for whatever reason, don't take me nearly as long. So like Maz or Yoda, I'll probably hit that 45 minutes. But people will probably take longer.
Okay. Now it looks like are you using like watercolor or something?
I'm just using straight ink out of the inkwell and a brush.
Okay, yeah, I have no idea what I'm talking about. So Mike, what about you? How long does it typically take? I know you said you do a lot of stuff like at cons live. How long does it typically take you to do a card?
Well, at cons it's different because you have to talk to other people, and but when I'm doing stuff, usually 45 minutes to an hour or so, depending on how complicated it is, what's going on in the card itself. And I like to try and, when I'm doing stuff at home, I try and gang things together. So like I'll do all the ink from like 5 or 6 cards at one time and all the colors all at one time. I think that makes it a little more economical time-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm about an hour a card, sometimes a little less, depending on how complicated it is.
Okay. I've got a couple questions and I want to ask before I lose the comments. Troy's asking, does everybody complete the same number of cards for a Topps release, or
No.
how does that work?
Nope.
We do not.
You
We
get to
all
pick-
agree to a different amount, or rather, you get to kind of choose There's supposed to be a minimum of like 30. Sorry. There's supposed to be like a minimum of 30, but I don't know. Occasionally I've asked for less, so.
Yeah, I've asked for less on a few occasions as well. When the timeline, like sometimes Topps will give you a few months to do some cards, and then every once in a while they'll send them out and they'll be like, yeah, you got 2 weeks, you know. So for some of those short notice ones, I've asked for just a few cards and got them into the packs, but typically I ask for 30. The emails that they send us say that you anywhere between like 30 is the minimum and like 100 is kind of the maximum basically. But you can do more than 100, but you got to get kind of special approval for that. So,
we got somebody asking, do you guys mainly focus on cards or other types of art?
I mainly focus on cards myself.
That's you, Madison?
Yeah. Occasionally I'll do like some digital art, and I do picture book illustrations for like kids that I've been working on, but that's about pretty much it for right now.
Cards are kind of a secondary thing.
Cards are who's gone? For me, the cards are just one small facet of what I do. An occasional thing. Mainly, I've been doing a lot of documentary sketch art.
Okay.
And for me, I'm mostly a sketch cover guy because I do a lot of convention-based work. So when I do cards, it's kind of just a change up for me to get out of the headspace of cover.
Jean Mikel's asking, are you guys using, he says, using a model or without, I'm guessing probably some sort of reference or something?
Oh, yeah, I definitely have a picture of Yoda pulled up.
Yeah.
Likewise, I have a picture of Maul.
I always draw reference. Yeah.
I once had somebody ask me, I had posted a picture of Carrie Fisher that I drew, and I'm sure everybody will say the same. We all get asked all the time, like, did you just draw that out of your head? And I think my blanket answer is just like, I personally don't know anybody who can just draw Carrie Fisher out of their head.
No, yeah, definitely not.
Nope.
Brian Seaview is asking, what is documentary sketch work?
I want to know that too.
Yeah, me too.
I take my sketchbook out and stick myself into various situations, and rather than using a camera, I attempt to capture things as they happen in a sketchbook. So for the last year, I've been doing a lot of work with first responders and fire departments, and all that art enters the collection of those departments when I'm done.
Oh, that
sounds
cool.
Oh, that's super cool.
That was Jonathan, right? I know I've seen some of those that
Yes.
you posted on your personal page.
Oh, yeah. I see those all the time. Those are awesome. I didn't know what they were for, though.
Hey, thanks.
All right, so I guess we kind of touched a little bit on what Candice was doing, ink. Madison, I think you said were you doing Copics or something?
Copic for right now. I'll usually switch to like colored pencil about halfway through.
Okay. What about you, Jonathan? What do you got going on over there? What are you using?
I've just got a bunch of references I'm going to be working through, and I'm just going to be working through them fast. Fountain pen and ink brush.
Okay.
So however many I get done, you can use as a giveaway.
Awesome. Yeah,
I'm on number 2.
I saw the Sebulba you kind of pulled away. That's you you did that in like 5 minutes. That's crazy. I wouldn't even be able to come close to that, and it would take me 10 years. Seth, what are you working with right now?
Still penciling in the details right now, and then I'll switch over. I'll line it out with Copic liners, and then I'll switch over to Copic markers. My process seems pretty similar to. Oh crap! I forget. I'm spacing your name right now. Madison. Last name.
Yeah.
Emerick. Emerick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to mispronounce it. Pretty similar to that, probably.
Candice, Arnie's asking if you. He said he didn't realize you were starting his commission so soon. Mike, what are you working with over there?
I'm using touch markers and touch liners, and then this is just an acrylic paint pen that I just got in the other day that I'm playing with to do my highlights. But I started on colored paper, on like a gray tone paper, to kind of cheat a little bit and get a little bit further ahead.
Yeah. Gray paper's amazing.
Yeah, I do lots of different colored stock for my personal sketch card stuff. So I've got all kinds of colors to work on.
Yeah. So again, guys, if you're just joining now, if you missed the beginning, comment below in the on the video right now live. If you're watching this later, you're not going to be able to win, unfortunately. But we are doing another workshop tomorrow. But comment live, and I'm grabbing names as I see comments. You get one entry when you make a comment, not per comment, but just in general. And you'll have an opportunity to win some of these cards. And Candice is doing a larger piece. Thankfully these artists have been very gracious with their time and talents, and they're going to we're going to be giving these away when probably later in the day. Andrew's saying he can't even draw stick figures, so what you guys are doing is awesome. Anthony says great artwork. He can't draw stick figures. I mean, we're all in the same boat, so it's pretty amazing. I'm kind of watching you guys. You guys probably can't see it yourselves, but I'm watching all of you just draw at the same time, and it's really fascinating to see. And now the comments are rolling in. People are being reminded of how they can win.
Well, I propose we have all the people who can't draw stick figures go live next time and draw stick figures.
Yes.
Great.
Well, I thought about hopping on myself earlier when we only had a couple artists signed up, and luckily you guys saved everybody from having to see me do a stick figure. But maybe one of these days on a break, I'll do that and include it on someone's package or something.
Have you guys ever seen that meme? It's like, we should include a normal person in the Olympics for reference or whatever.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is that I'm a high school art teacher, and my whole job is based around the fact that people can learn how to draw. My career is based around that fact. So every time people tell me they can't draw, I'm like, you just need to practice more, So just keep doing it. The more you do it, the better you get. You may not be ready. I equate it a lot of times to like the NBA. I can shoot baskets, and by the time I shot 1,000th basket, I'll be better. Right. And I'll appreciate those guys who are in the NBA a lot more because I know how hard it is now. So that's what I tell my students. Just keep practicing. The more you practice, the better you get.
That's the exact same advice that I give. Like, you get people that come up to you on Artist Alley all the time, and they're like, how'd you get so good and stuff? And it's like, it's that 10,000 hours thing. Like, you got to put the time and effort into any skill to get better at it. And that's what you're seeing right here. That's why we're able to do this as quick as we can, even though I feel like I'm in quicksand compared to the rest of these guys on here right now. But you just put the hours in, and you slowly get better at it.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, this is really, really cool. It looks like Jonathan's doing is that an axe bar down there now? He's already onto that one. Candice is working on a Salacious Crumb. Let's see. Kevin's saying he's amazed at how fast you are, Jonathan. So he said, but you said to do live sketching, so you have to be fast also. Jason's in awe watching this right now. Everyone's work is amazing. And you guys, seriously, you guys look like you're just flying through it, but yet it looks perfect. Rich Gilmore is asking, he's curious to know if you collect the Star Wars sketch work of other artists, do you only keep your own, or do you not keep anything? If anyone wants to chime in.
Oh, that one's really fun. We do trades all the time and Secret Santa gifts back and forth.
Yep.
We need to do another Secret Santa.
Yeah,
we do.
it's about time.
I think I organized the last one, and I was very busy around Christmas, so I'm sorry, guys. I'll organize another one after this.
I can help you organize it, Candice. We live right next to each other.
That was really fun.
We do. We discovered that through the group that Madison and I lived 20 minutes apart and graduated from the same high school.
Yep.
Wow.
That's
It's not
crazy.
the same year.
Yeah, no, not the same year.
I'm just trying to read. Anthony said he has issues with noses on faces. Do any of you have any tips for that?
Oh my gosh, noses are
Man.
so hard. Just sit down and only draw noses from every angle. Even just take pictures of your own nose. I mean, all noses are different, but yeah, noses are something that you just have to get muscle memory to do.
I've never had trouble with noses, but man, I have so much trouble with lips. Lips are so hard, man. God, they're so hard. People complain about hands. I'll draw 50 hands before I draw lips, man. Lips are so difficult sometimes, especially male lips.
And no open mouths.
Yeah.
No teeth.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
no,
teeth.
open mouths are the best.
Oh, God.
Oh, they're the worst.
Brian Reed is
open
saying
mouths
that
are rough.
he says if there was one talent he wished he had, it would be to command art the way that you guys and girls do.
Thanks, man.
We appreciate that.
I personally wish that I could sing. If we're going with talents we wish we had.
I always wanted to play the guitar, but my hands are too small.
Really?
Yeah, I just can't even reach my hand around it. It's annoying. I tried
Is that a Radis instead of Akbar, Jonathan?
Yes.
Chris. Okay, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris corrected me on that one. Somebody commented, I don't know who it is. They said I find it hard to visualize how to even make one stroke of the pencil. Whoever you were, please comment again with your name, because for some reason your name is not popping up for me. Brian is asking, in your guys' opinion, we can go around in a circle. Who is the hardest Star Wars character to draw? Do you want to start, Jonathan?
Oh. Yeah. I think that I tend to focus on a lot of aliens and creatures and things, and the one that I found to be one of the most challenging is Jabba. He's asymmetrical, and he's got all those skin folds, and you think he'd be simple, but he's got so many warts and wrinkles. Jabba, I think, would be the one that I rank as the hardest for me.
Yeah, it's hard to make him look like anything other than a big blob.
Like a slug.
Because his nostrils are not symmetrical, his eyes aren't quite symmetrical. Yeah, he
can look really dorky really fast.
Yeah.
I personally struggle with Han Solo. I don't know why. I think it has something to do with his nose and his mouth. I can never get him right, so I tend to avoid him.
I'm gonna go with Darth Vader.
I said this in my interview. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to go with Darth Vader because I hate to draw mechanical stuff. So he's basically just a robot from the outside, so it's he's a pain for me.
I said this in my interview, but I think Adam Driver's face is just pretty difficult to draw because he can look so different from different angles and stuff like that. So he's one of the harder faces to draw. I personally like drawing the mechanical stuff quite a bit personally.
And I guess I should preface this with don't cancel your commissions for me because I just got 2 commissions of this person. But I find Daisy Daisy Ridley to be not hard to draw because I draw her all the time, but she's the most challenging to draw. But I enjoy a challenge, and I'm going to work really hard on your commissions, and don't back out of them.
I've seen one of the commissions she has in progress of Daisy, and it looks phenomenal. So
thank you, Seth. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and again, guys, they're saying that these characters are challenging, but again, look at the talent they have. For me, drawing a stick figure is challenging. For them, it's nothing. So, it's I know Candice said she wishes she could sing. I can't sing, I can't draw, I can't dance, so fine arts are not my not my area of expertise. Let's see. It looks like Jonathan's already moved on yet again. Candice looks like she's setting up for another one. What are you going with this time, Jonathan?
I'm attempting to go after one of the background characters in the Mandalorian show. All those aliens they threw in there, the new, I guess, Trandoshan brothers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kyle says, who was talking about having a hard time drawing Daisy? That was Candice. But it wasn't necessarily a hard time, Kyle. It
Yes,
was just
not
more
a
so
hard
it's just
time.
challenging.
Yes. Now I can't even draw.
Are you starting on Ahsoka or something over there?
I am, and now I'm all shaky because I just I don't know. I'm a nerd.
You ousted yourself.
I did. Ooh, okay, gotta put my game face back on. Shake it.
No, I think we as artists, it's probably kind of hard to say that it's kind of difficult to draw something, but you just find certain things come more naturally than other things. It doesn't mean you can't draw those things, but yeah, you kind of feel like you oust yourself or whatever when you say oh, that's difficult. I think a lot of people that don't do art will take that and be like, ooh, I shouldn't commission that because it's more difficult for them. But that's not quite what we're saying. We're just saying it's some things just come a little bit more natural than other things.
Some people have really unique faces, so it's hard to capture.
Yeah, and again, like Candice is saying, it's challenging for her to draw Daisy Ridley, but it's not because she can't do that. It's that she wants to make it look as perfect as possible. So
yeah,
it's a good thing that it's challenging. Brian's asking, do you all go somewhere to learn techniques from other artists, or do you just see a style and try to mimic it when you want to learn something different or improve, or what would you say for that?
YouTube.
I was going to say YouTube is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I follow a lot of artists that I respect a lot on Instagram and stuff, and Facebook Live. They'll go live and stuff, and I'll kind of watch techniques. So a lot of mine's probably Instagram, and a lot of it's not watching them draw, but just looking at the final product and trying to reverse engineer it and figure it out myself. How'd they do that? How'd they get that so smooth? How'd they do this? And that's probably how I've developed a lot of my techniques. And then heck, sometimes I've just messaged artists directly and been like, hey man, how'd you do that? Because it looks like magic sometimes, but it's just like a brush setting or something in Photoshop or something crazy like that.
Yeah, Brian Reed is saying Madison's mall is starting to look dope. Mike, it looks like you've moved on to a mall as well, correct?
Yeah, I have. I had the inks already finished on this one. I'm just coloring it now. So.
Did you guys finish those other cards? You're crazy.
I did.
Maniacs.
So Brian says, do you have any tattoos, or do any of you have, or I'm sorry, I'm reading this wrong. Do any of you do tattoos, or have you ever tried?
I've never physically done a tattoo, but I've done a lot of commissions that people then take to a tattoo artist.
I've done that as well. I had one friend who requested that I do a tattoo design that he then took to a local tattoo shop and had them do it, but I've never personally tried to tattoo anybody.
I've took the tattoo gun to my wife a tiny bit because one of my really good friends, my tattoo artist, is a really good friend, and he kind of let me just feel the tattoo gun on a very small spot that he was tattooing on my wife. So that's the only tattooing I've ever done, but I've designed some tattoos.
That is my exit strategy. I'm going to learn to tattoo when I retire.
Nice.
But I haven't done any yet, and I don't have any, so that's my first step.
Definitely got to get some, man.
I'm not even going to start that. I would be covered head to toe if I started getting tattoos.
Yeah. It's expensive, though.
I know.
I'm decently covered, I guess. I mean, I have some. I'm not like head to toe, but I love tattoos like a lot.
We're gonna need to grab all your guys' socials later so we can drop those in. I know we've had a few of them, but yeah, I know Seth, you were just telling us on your video not too long ago that you think you had the first ever Kylo Ren tattoo.
Yeah, I think it's fairly undisputed on that. I haven't had anybody say like, no, I got one before. So like the first teaser trailers for The Force Awakens came out a few days before Celebration 2015, and a really good photo of Kylo's helmet came out, and I happened to be at Celebration in California. I met my favorite tattoo artist at the Celebration. I said, hey man, I know you're really picky with projects and stuff, but would you be willing to like tattoo this on me? It's going to be like the new generation of Star Wars. As an artist, I knew that he would want to do something new from Star Wars, because Star Wars is such a big property. And so I kind of, I guess, manipulated him in that way, but he was like, yeah, I actually had a cancellation a few days from now. I could be willing to get you in. You got really nice white skin for a good tattoo. And a couple days later, I had a Kylo Ren tattoo before anybody knew anything about Kylo Ren. So, yeah, probably the world's first Kylo Ren tattoo.
Seth is a Kylo Ren hipster. He liked it before it was cool.
That's right.
I'm gonna throw this out there again for anybody just joining. These artists have graciously given their time and their talents. They're doing all of these, and they are going to be given away. So how you enter is just comment in the video right now. You have to comment live because as soon as this video is over, I'm cutting it off and I'm not taking any more names down. But certainly go ahead and comment, and we'll get your name in. There's I think Jonathan's already on his third or fourth. Candice is on her third. Madison and Seth and Mike are putting a lot of color on theirs. So you guys are going to have a chance to win these. There's going to be multiple winners. And Brent is asking, what do you guys do when you're not drawing?
Sleeping.
Eating. That's it. Chasing some kids around, but drawing all the time.
I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I just watch my children until they go to bed, and then I draw.
I have no life.
Quarantine really hasn't changed many things for me.
Nope.
I don't have kids, so I think about drawing and then I draw, and that's all I do.
Yeah, I used to teach, but now we don't do that right now. So, and then I just prep for cons. I do lots of cons.
Same here, yeah. But it's rough right now. That's why, I've thanked you 10 times, Tyler. But seriously, thank you so much for doing this, man. Because incomes are down for all of us artists because there's no cons going on. So just this little bit right here, and to know you guys care enough about us as artists and our craft to do this and put this thing on, man, we really, really appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
thank you.
it was Logan's idea and all the admins and myself. I'm not even an admin, but we've been brainstorming for the last week and a half or so, and glad we were able to kind of put everything together. All our minds put this together. So, let's see. Justin is asking, do you guys get jealous of each other's talents, or is it just mutual respect?
I'm 100% jealous of many people in the group.
Yeah.
Just being honest.
Mutual jealous respect.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
Mutual jealous respect is.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
I want everybody to be successful, and have long, happy careers, but I also want all of their talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it.
Normally I put it as I just hate all of you, and you know.
Well, I am jealous of all of you guys. You guys all can do something I absolutely have never been able to do. All right, again, guys, we are getting down to the last little bit. We've got about 15 minutes left, and this is workshop number 1. It's been really cool to watch these guys work. Looks like Jonathan's starting a Greedo again already. So it's pretty cool to be able to watch this stuff come together. I mean, Seth started from nothing, and all of a sudden the helmet on that Boba looks 3D. I don't get it. So, if you want a chance to win one of these, go ahead and comment below. Again, you've got to do it live. If you're watching this in an hour, I'm sorry you missed out, because I'm cutting it off in 13 minutes. We've got currently about 26 names entered. So that's good, but let's certainly try to get a few more, because we've got quite a few things that we're looking at giving away. I mean, roughly estimating 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, 9, 10, 11 things. So I mean, you've almost got a 50% chance right now of winning. So definitely try to get your name in here. Brian's asking, do you guys ever pay attention to how much your sketch cards sell for after they're pulled?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
I have an eBay search saved with my name, so I know when they get listed.
Yep. Same.
I need to do that. That would be easier than typing my name in all the time.
Mostly, I just like to know what has been found.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Because I never reveal the full set. Even if you go to my website, I only share a card once I know it's been in my possession, or somebody in a collector group shared it, or it showed up on eBay. So I like knowing when they show up.
Well, I was going to say, your name is probably easily misspelled, so you might have to say 5 different ways, John, just so that you can capture what people are putting up. I know somebody listed an Ashley Marsh sketch the other day that was spelled Morsh. And I can imagine with Candice's, they probably leave out the E in Dailey all the time.
Probably. Oh, I've never even thought to search that. I don't know, I'm doing it.
Yeah, Madison, I don't know, maybe they double up the M's in the last name, because it's Emerick, right?
Yeah, there's a silent second E in there. That's always a troubling one.
And then Seth, I don't know, your name's pretty simple, I think. So
well, Tiffany Groves is another really good top sketch artist. Yeah. So everybody always asks if we're brother and sister and stuff. But she's from the UK. I didn't know about her until I started doing sketch cards. But I'm sure that happens every once in a while, if I had to guess.
Jonathan, this question's for you. Troy is asking, do you have everything pre-sketched, or are you just starting from blank on all these?
I'm starting from blank. One of the things that I really like about ink, this is going to sound weird, I can't draw well in pencil. There's just something in the thought process that pencil doesn't necessarily work well for me. So I draw different in ink. So I'm just going straight at it in ink. And I really like in my personal work, when I'm not really trying and I'm just letting the sketches flow, I like the irregularity and the happy accidents that happen with ink that just keep it so fresh and alive.
I totally understand. That's why I'm here with a brush, because I usually am painting. So to like have a pen or a pencil in my hand, it's just it doesn't look the same.
I couldn't be more different.
Yeah, same.
All my sketchbook stuff I do in ballpoint pen. But when I do this kind of work, I pencil it first.
Okay. Brian is asking, is there a sketch that you have seen surface that you're particularly fond of? I don't know if that's just a sketch in general, or if that's one that of yours that you've seen pop up?
My very first sketch was one that I actually went after on eBay, and I got into a bidding war with somebody over it. Ended up paying $70 for it. I was upset. I did not want to spend that much on it. But yeah, so.
That's terrific.
Callum says he got a Beistlin Ewok out of Return of the Jedi. Brian Reed is asking, there's a couple of Brian's asking questions. He's asking, are any of you collectors of anything in general?
I am.
Oh yeah.
And if so,
I
what is
personally
it?
collect posters. I collect like screen print posters, and then I collect like statues of stuff in comics too. So
That's Seth, correct?
I have, me and my husband like to collect, I guess, like prop replicas. So I have like 7 lightsabers and 9 helmets and 3 blasters, I have 2 swords. I have the Hylian shield behind me. And then we also have a massive amount of Star Wars Lego ships, all displayed in my husband's office.
they got a sweet collection. I've been to Candice's house. They have a sweet collection.
Yeah, he's gotten into a lightsaber battle with my son before.
That's true.
I collect 70s Marvel horror comics. Ghost Rider, Werewolf by Night, Tomb of Dracula, Moon Knight, things like that. So,
Brian actually said he meant, and I probably read it wrong, but have you guys ever been particularly fond of a card that you did not see ever surface? That's probably still in the pack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tons.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Well, and it's hard to know, like, if maybe people don't always post what they pull. You know what I mean? So there's kind of the element of,
Yeah.
I don't even know if that was ever pulled.
Mm-hmm.
I have a few sets I've done work for that never surfaced any of my cards. I don't know. They just didn't. It was one that I was late on, actually, so it probably just didn't make it in because I was late. I'm hoping they're redemptions or something.
I've had a couple Empire Strikes Back, the black and white ones that was my first set, so I went pretty hard on that set to make everything like really, really good. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do that in every set, but that one I was like, I gotta prove myself, because it was my first one. And yeah, I've never seen a couple of the cards come out of it, and I'm like, man, where are those? You just start wondering, like, is it gonna be stuck in a pack, like in a basement, never opened forever, and I spent all those hours on it, or yeah.
never fulfilling its destiny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nobody's ever gonna enjoy it.
Well, I'll tell you guys, that's a lot of the reason why we've been doing a handful of 2019 Masterwork group breaks lately is because, I mean, we already know when we open that stuff, we're gonna get a bunch of Resistance signers that more than half the group hasn't even seen Resistance, but we are gonna get 2 to 3 sketches, and we know how much work you guys put into those, and that's really most of what we're looking for when we're opening stuff these days.
How about the tops, man? They need to start paying us more for these things.
Yeah, no, they could pay you guys 10 times what they pay you, and you'll still be grossly underpaid. So, hopefully one day, although I think somebody was saying they've been doing it for like 5 years and not a whole lot's changed. But anyways, guys, we are getting down to the end here. We're looking at about 6 more minutes until we're gonna stop with the comments. It looks like, Jonathan, are you starting an R5D4 maybe?
Yeah.
Seth has Boba turned from white plain cardstock to looking just like one of his pack inserts.
That's right.
Looks like I have a hard time seeing, but it might be a Stormtrooper Mike's moved on to.
Yep, that's what I'm working on now. Yep, Stormtrooper.
And let's see. So anyways, again, guys, we got about 5 more minutes left. These artists have graciously given their time and talents to us for the last 45 minutes to an hour. Been cranking out these sketches. and these are all going to be given away. So, definitely thank you to all of you guys for doing this. We are going to be doing another workshop with some other artists tomorrow, around the same time, but a couple hours earlier. So yeah, Caleb, we're going to get all their socials linked later. Go check out their booths. They all have a booth set up in the event page. If you want to enter to win one of these pieces, just make sure to drop a comment now live. I'm going to be taking all the names up until the last 4 minutes from now, and you'll have an opportunity to win this stuff. I'll probably run all the randomizations later tonight after I get a break from some of the spotlights. So anyways, a couple more minutes, get your last comments in, and I'm sure it looks like Seth. Are you basically done there?
No. Yeah, right. I wish, man.
Oh.
I'm a psychopath with details, so I'll probably spend another 30 minutes on this if I'm honest.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, I know you guys are coloring some of those in, and Jonathan, man, it's been impressive to watch the way that you're drawing straight lines without a ruler. I can't even draw a straight line, the size of a quarter. So, that's crazy. Angel's popping in here. Somebody commented, I don't see your name yet. Oh, Oliver. Steven, just trying to get these last minute. Again, guys, 3 more minutes to get your entries in. Just simply comment on the video right now live. Kulikowski. Angel, we're entering your name. You might not have known that, but your name is getting entered.
Angel does such good work. I don't want him to own mine, because then he'll look at it and be like, garbage. You throw it away.
Angel's actually the what's the right word for it? Inspiration behind this. I don't know if you guys saw him on his personal page. He was doing I can't remember the name of it, but it was he was drawing on toilet paper squares, right when all the stores sold out of toilet paper, and he was just doing quick, 10-15 minute sketches, and giving them away, just to promote positivity and just kind of be a positive light when a lot of things in the world were not looking so great when we all first in the U.S. started going into quarantine. So he was kind of the inspiration behind all of this, and you guys have certainly taken it and ran with it. So, all right, you guys got about 2 more minutes one more minute actually. It looks like 1 more minute to get your entries in. Just comment below in the video. Scott, I have a tremendous. Oh, he's talking to somebody else above, I think. Yeah. Andrew, I think I missed Andrew's name earlier. I'm going to enter it in right now. Andrew. So, oh, a baby Yoda. Baby Yoda holding the balloon. Love it. Brad, I think you're. Are you up next? Yeah, you are. So you can hear me hopefully. We're probably going to be a couple minutes late on our start time, because we're just giving people the last chances to get entered in. Is that's I forget the name of that guy. He's from Return of the Jedi, right, Jonathan? One of Jabba's guys.
Yeah, on the skiff. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are all nuts. It's so cool to see you guys are all spending the same time, and you just got all sorts of different styles. I think 3 of you are using the same mediums, and they still look so different. Weekway. Is it Weekway?
I'm not sure.
Is he wrinkly like a prune?
Yeah, he's green, got a scarf on his head.
I think Klaatu is a little different, Jot. Brian's asking if we're going to do a draft with the winners or if it's going to be random. It's probably just going to be randomized, Brian. We do a lot of drafts and group breaks, and it does take a little while. So we're probably just going to randomly assign these. I'll probably put them in a list and randomize both lists, and we'll go from there. So,
Trade for what you want.
So, all right, guys, we are comments are done. We're not taking any more names. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the video. So I think we got a good solid about 35 names or so.
Nice.
You've got a pretty good chance of winning. I think a lot of you guys are going to have about a 33% chance or so. So anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Yeah, if you guys do win one of these, I would certainly encourage you to make sure just cover the shipping on it. Whatever the shipping is going to cost, I'll have the artists reach out to the winners and they'll contact you to get your addresses and everything like that. So thanks again for tuning in, and especially thanks to you guys, the artists, for doing this. I can already tell some of you, when these cameras are off, are still going to spend a few more minutes finishing these up. So definitely get me some pictures if you can, and then I'll just get a list of what we've got available, and I'll run the giveaways a little bit later tonight. So good luck to everybody who commented. Thanks for stopping by. Definitely go check out all of these guys' booths. They're all in the event page, so go find the event. Check out their booth. They're giving their time and efforts to us. Certainly feel free to go check out their prints, hit them up for a commission, see whatever they got available. So do you guys have anything you want to say before we hang up?
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
It was fun.
Thanks, Tyler.
Not to me. I'm talking to the people. Do you
Oh,
have anything
Thanks,
to say to the
Tyler.
people?
Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Yeah.
So, okay, cool. Well, hey, we're going to be back here in a couple minutes with Bradley Hudson, and I'll see you guys soon.